Yo, what's up, man? Back for another episode of Relentless Purpose Podcast, TKO edition. You see what side of the studio we on? We talking boxing tonight, man. As you can see to my left, your right, I have a different co-host with me today. Got Big Unc with me, man. John Spalding Jr., man. How you doing tonight, man?
Feeling good, nephew. Feeling good.
Yes, sir, man.
Let's talk this boxing.
Yes, sir. Talk boxing, man. But first, we got some official business I got to attend to, man. We got the podcast got its first official sponsorship.
Congrats.
DTO Water, sponsored by DTO Water. They have spring water, they have detox water, and carbonated energy water. If you want to get some, go to the website drinkdto.com and use the promo code RP Podcast 15 and get 15% off your first order. Go to drinkdto.com and use the promo code RP Podcast 15 and get 15% off your first order, man.
That's what's up.
Yes, sir, man. We glad to have them rocking with us, man. The first official sponsorship to show us some love, man. We've been out here trying to get out the mud, trying to do what we can do, man. But like you said, we here to talk some boxing, man. It's a big weekend. It's a big 3-day weekend for boxing, man. But we only gonna stick with the first night. We're gonna stick with Friday night, man. We're gonna stick with Friday night. We got the Fatal Fury Times Square edition in New York City. For the first time ever, they will be having a live event in the middle of Times Square.
That's gonna be crazy. I don't know how to, the security or whatever, man. That's different. It seemed like a Ring magazine. They doing a whole lot of interesting things, man.
It is, man. It is, and I know you've been in watching boxing long before I was, man. For you to sit there and say that's big thing, man, because you've seen a lot, come and go, and these different shows and things you think don't stick that don't stick.
But in the middle of traffic,
in the middle of Times Square, one of the busiest parts in the United States. And then on the weekend of that, on a Friday night at that.
How did they block that thing off?
Man, I saw it earlier, man. It's like they blocked off, I want to say 2-3 block perimeter.
Right.
Just for the ring, man. Everything was looking nice, man. And not just the venue. I like the card he put together for this fight, man.
It's a good card.
It is.
But I like the fact that you got those that have already fought.
Mm-hmm.
You got a couple, you know what I'm saying, that's already fought each other.
Got bad blood. They all sitting on the stage together, having conversations, interviews, all that good stuff.
Yes. It's like, okay, if he beats him, then you can fight him.
Yep.
You already fought him. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
So it's pretty interesting, man. Yep. I think it's gonna be.
And then you got something that already whooped you. So I don't even know why you talking to me like that. You got something up there, man. So, so the first matchup we're gonna talk about, man, we got Tio the Takeover Lopez against Arnold Barboza Jr., man. And they are battling it for the WBO super lightweight. For those of y'all that don't know, this 140-pound title, man. We got Tio Lopez, man. He's 21-1, 27 years old, 5'9", with a 68.5-inch arm reach, man. He weighed in today at 139.6. He's the current WBO super lightweight champion, man. So he is defending his, man. So just talk a little bit about Tio and what you thinking for him on this side before we dig to Barboza a little bit.
Tio he's off the chain on this one, man. He's coming out looking like a
Rey Mysterio,
a wrestler with these masks. He had on the blue mask today. He had on the silver one yesterday. I don't know, man. He looks focused. You know what I'm saying? He talks a lot. Of course, his dad talks a lot. But he looked like at the weigh-in today, he was ready to fight.
So this is what I'll say that I noticed the difference, man. Usually his dad, we always see him or hear him in the picture leading up to a fight.
No.
To this fight, we ain't seen him. We ain't heard him. So to me, man, the thing with Tio is you never know what version gonna show up to the ring.
That's true.
But to me, it seems like this is a focused Tio. And from the past of his track record, a focused Tio is a dangerous Tio.
I would agree. But think about his last fight. That wasn't a good version.
No, not
at all.
He won. Not at all.
Don't get me wrong.
At all.
He won, but that's not the T.O. that you used to seeing.
Exactly.
For me in particular.
I'm expecting the T.O. we got against Josh Taylor. I'm expecting that.
Yes.
I'm expecting that one, man. I'm expecting that one.
And with that, he was fighting a lefty.
Yes, sir.
He was, you know what I'm saying? I mean, so he's back to most of the guys T.O.'s fault has been orthodox. So now he's back in his back in his same circle. So it should be even an easier fight for him. Now, but I know we still talking about T.O., but Barbosa is talking a whole bunch of crap. He's talking like he's gonna bring it. Now, if you watch the fight with him and Ramirez,
Jose Ramirez,
he won a unanimous decision.
It was a good scrap, but it wasn't that spectacular, that flashy. He had a good knockdown, man. He caught him, him with his good counter, caught him with his hand down, had a good knockdown, man. But other than that, I didn't see if T.O. comes in the ring with that athletic style that he can bring. I don't know if Barbosa can keep up with that, man. And while we talking about Barbosa, I don't want anybody to think that Barbosa can't fight.
Oh, for sure. No, I'm not saying that at all.
He's 32-0.
Oh, he hasn't lost.
Exactly. He's 32-0, 33 years old, 5'9" with a 72-inch arm reach. He weighed in today at 139.8. He is the current, which is I can't say all the interim.
He's the interim champ.
So he is a champion. He's never tasted defeat. I can't say that, when all the fighters like that, they go-to phrases, well, he ain't fought nobody like me. Well, that's the reason why we fight.
True.
The styles made fights.
True.
So we got to see who the better man.
And with that being said, that's why I say, as you said, pointed out earlier, it depends on which T.O. comes to fight, because styles do make fights.
Yes, sir.
Barbo's coming pressure. He ain't got a whole bunch of flashiness. He's not going to do none of that. He's coming straight to him.
He is.
So can T.O. take that relentless punching? You know what I'm saying? T.O. got good. He got good head movement. He got good side to side.
He does. But a lot of people would try to say, well, T.O., what he did to Loma. Well, Loma was coming off a shoulder injury, but then let's think about the pressure fight that T.O. had against George Kambosos.
I know you was going there.
He didn't handle that well at all.
No, that's what I'm saying. And looking at his last outing, that wasn't a T.O. that we normally know. But if you think about it, he was coming off being sick, all that stuff, being out of the ring. That all plays a part into it. And you said something key. I'm glad you said that, nephew. His daddy's not talking. Normally, his daddy is the center of attention.
Everywhere.
The center of attention that can take you away from your focus.
Yep.
That's why I said when I seen him up there today on that stage, he looked like he was ready to fight.
Yep.
Even though with the antics, he started, but you got to sell a fight.
Yep.
But he looked like he was ready to fight.
And I think another thing that we kind of forgetting, another reason why he focused, man, he not the show of this fight.
True.
He on a stat card. You know what I'm saying? You got Ryan Garcia, you got Devin Haney. They not fighting each other, but they both on the same card. And we already know the antics, and everybody really gonna want to talk to both of them because of the history behind the situation they just had
and the possible rematch. So
already set up.
He's not the center of attention, even though he is the only champion.
Right.
And this is the only championship bout on this whole card. So you would think, he would have the upper hand or the more media attention, but the media attention has been basically on Devin and
Ryan. So the T.O. gonna have to get the attention via his hands
for sure.
You know what I'm saying? His performance, man. So that'll be not the first scrap of the night, but that's the first big scrap of the night.
For sure,
like that, man.
For sure.
Then the co-main event, we got Devin the Dream Haney against Jose Ramirez, man. And what's interesting to me on this one is they fighting at a catch weight of 144.
Why not just fight at 147? But Ramirez, he ain't never been this heavy.
Nope.
So I can understand it. Today he said he felt better. He didn't have to cut weight and all that good stuff. But
he didn't have to. He didn't cut muscle either.
Now, me and you talked about that prior to this show, man. Let me tell you something,
boy.
Hey, I know looks can be deceiving. However, nephew, if you looked at that man, does he look like he's a boxer?
No.
But that ain't got nothing to do with it. I'm just saying everybody else was lean cut, you know what I'm saying? But hey, man, he might go out there and do something to Devin Haney. He might. Looks can be deceiving, and Devin can be looking and thinking, "Oh wow, look at this guy. He ain't even prepared. He ain't getting the best tip-top shape, and think he gonna walk through him, and it'd be a whole different ball game. Because you know as well as I do, Garcia got him. He gonna have him right.
Yes, sir.
He gonna have him right now.
Robert Garcia, that school of boxing, different.
Yes, sir.
Boy, it's different. He already said in plenty of interviews. He is preparing Jose Ramirez to destroy Devin Haney.
Yes.
They're preparing for war and to destroy it. So to me, that seemed like he coming with the pressure. He coming forward. I don't care about the jab. I don't care about what Bill got to say. We come in to fight. But before we dig a little deeper into that contest, man, we gotta just go ahead and get the measurables and all that good stuff, man.
Go ahead, yes.
So we got Jose Ramirez, man, 29-2, 32 years old. He is 5'10". 72-inch arm reach, so he's an inch taller. He has an inch longer arm reach.
Yes.
He weighed in at 143.8, so he came in slightly heavier than Devin Haney did, man. Just talk about Ramirez a little bit of the warrior and former champion that he is, because he's not really getting. I'm not gonna say the respect, because the respect factor is there. Devin Haney, everybody said they respect him, but he's not getting the talk you would think would be that it's already Devin Haney, Ryan Garcia.
Yeah, they looking past him. I mean, the guy's humble. He's not a talker. He doesn't do a lot of talking. As he said today on the scales, he does his talking in the ring. Yep. So he's not there. He's very humble. You know what I'm saying? He's the kind of fighter that you would like. Yep. You know what I'm saying? He's never been the bad guy or something, negative, associated with him, to whereas you would dislike him.
Yep.
So I nephew, on this one, I'm just wondering. You know what I'm saying? You got to think about it. Devin Haney is coming off that thing with Ryan. The arch scene and all this other good stuff. What is he gonna be? His dad, Bill talks a lot. He's got Sugar Shane in his corner,
who said I fixed his power. He getting him out. What did he say? 8 by 8?
I thought he said earlier than that.
He said, I think he said by 7 or 8. I could have sworn he said by 7 or 8. He knocking him out. That's what he said.
He said KO.
He said he fixed his power. Not a stoppage, not the ref waving it off. He said a knockout. He is knocking him out early. That's what he said. That's what he said.
Now, Devin Haney ain't never been no knockout
since Lenore's.
Since 2019.
Pre-COVID, Devin was barely legal at that point.
He's never been a knockout artist. So, okay, Sugar Shane, I mean, he was a thumper. You know what I'm saying? But
I'm hoping the mindset isn't that everybody saw how bad I got whooped against Ryan Garcia. So now I gotta come back and get my lick back. Mm-hmm. But it's not Garcia. You coming again with another fighter who already saw your vulnerabilities, know your weakness. They know you can't thump like that. So if you talking like this, you coming in trying to prove a point like I ain't no punk.
Yeah.
And if you step to Ramirez like that, who we already said, Robert Garcia gonna have him ready.
Exactly.
So if you step to him like that, it could
backfire. I'm just gonna say it could backfire. You going out there trying to prove a point and being something that you wasn't. It's one thing to go back, take a look at what you was doing wrong and tighten up that. Don't go out there. You're not Shane Mosley.
Not at all.
Don't. If he goes out there like that.
Not at all. Your biggest wins.
We might be saying something else on Saturday.
You got George Kambosos twice. You kept him off with your jab. You slid in the overhand right ear once in a while. The first fight, I don't think you threw the right hand.
He did.
You hit that man with 400 jabs.
He didn't. Me and you both were screaming at the screen. Throw the right hand. Throw the right hand is open. And the second fight, you almost got caught because you came out there trying to throw the right hand when you should have just stepped with the same thing, because he couldn't figure out how to stop your jab. Because every time he wanted the pressure, boop. Hey, Devin Haney is a fundamentally sound fighter. You know what I'm saying? He got all the tangibles, but he doesn't have the knockout power.
Not at all.
I don't.
You got in there and tried to brawl with Loma. To me, it looked like Devin lost to me. That's just me.
Yeah, Yeah.
I don't know how everybody else feels in the world. Right. You can call a spade, however you want to call it. You know, the sky red to you is blue to me. But I'm just saying, to me, watching that fight and a few times, you know us, we'll watch it several times.
For sure.
And we'll talk about different things we didn't catch the first time.
For sure.
It looked like he tried to get in there and fight Loma's fight.
Yes.
Because everybody else was talking about, oh, you just a jab artist.
Right.
And you end up trying to brawl and throw haymakers and trying to, because he pound for pound number one, you trying to prove a point, which is why we keep going back to this. Every time Devin Haney tries to prove a point, it don't work the way it's supposed to work in his mind.
And that's what I'm saying about this weekend, which you alluded to. If he go, okay, I got Sugar Shane. He was no technical trying to jab and keep you out. No, he was coming forward, straight, throwing them. If you go out there like that with a fighter from Robert Garcia, who gonna know Robert, you know how Garcia,
yes sir.
You know how he plans.
Plenty champion.
He's gonna take he's gonna use your strength as a weakness. He's gonna try to take it away from you. And I said it right. He's gonna use your strength as a weakness. What is Devin Haney's strength? If he comes and be the natural Devin Haney, to be a counter puncher.
Yep.
That Ramirez is not gonna be he's coming forward. He's coming forward.
Hey, true Mexican style. True
marching. Straight at it.
In the block head.
Straight at it.
Come throw me your best shot.
And like I said, looks can be deceiving. He ain't the best cut up and physically intimidating boxer, but he could have that. You know, is what you don't see can knock you out.
Yep.
And if Devin goes in there slipping and trying to be something that he's not, he could possibly, it could be ugly. It might not be no rematch or whatever with Ryan Garcia. So don't count your chickens before they hatch. I just want to see if he got that chin, because that loss, I'm telling you, nephew, it took mentally.
Of course, you suing him, man. I ain't never heard, bro. You in the fight game. If that man knocked you out, regardless it was 0.08 Austrian or whatever it was, let everybody else handle that. How you gonna try to sue the man? You got your purse. He got fined all this money. He had to give you what he gave you, 1.5 million because he was 3 pounds over for the bet y'all made.
Right.
Let bygones be bygones and get your lick back when it's time to get your lick back.
Right.
So now you out here looking sideways, looking crazy.
Right.
Because y'all going on a press tour trying doing all these podcasts and trying to
justify your loss.
Right.
If you lost, you lost. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying. That doesn't matter. And then, you lost.
Right. And then my thing is, you lost. It got expunged off the record and changed to a no contest.
But what's public opinion?
Everybody saw.
You lost. They don't care about it being overturned by the sanctioning body.
And you started trying to prove your point and why it should be this and what everybody should think. And Austrian, they got the system somehow. Whatever. So I'm just this is another interesting aspect, since brought up Sugar Shane, right? So he's part of the team, and Bill Haney has a bad problem with not really giving his son coaching advice in between rounds when he's sitting on the stool.
True.
Only thing, man, you got to get him out of there. Hey, man, come on, man, you tripping. You got to get him out of there. And Devin tell him, it ain't there. I can't. And Bill has nothing to say. So my thing is Bill gonna step back and let Shane in that moment say what has to be done, because you brought him in for a reason. You said that was a secret sauce. He been giving your son had the best camp. They always say that best camp he done ever had. In the best shape of his life.
He's turning over his punches. He's turning over his punches. He got more power on his punches. He's quicker.
I let Sugar Shane come in and do what he do and get Devin right. So are you going to try to soak up the moment that you always do and try to make it about you? Or are you really going to help your son move forward in his career? Because if he lose this fight, ain't no Ryan Garcia too.
No.
And then what does Devin Haney go from here?
Hey, even if he wins, I'm going to say this, and this is just my personal opinion. Even if he wins and he doesn't win convincingly,
it might not be one.
People going to say he's washed.
Yeah, for sure.
I'm telling you, if he don't go out there and win convincingly, I'm not saying he has to knock him out, but he has to make it look like, oh man, he shouldn't even been in the ring with him.
Yep.
If he doesn't do that, nephew, people are really going to start. Really, they're gonna crucify him. I'm telling you, it's not They're gonna be like, okay, his mind is not there, his heart is not there. You know what I'm saying? That's just my opinion. He better go out there and dominate. Not saying he can't. Not to say Ramirez is going to lay down. But if Devin doesn't win convincingly, watch the chatter after this fight.
It could be the end of Devin Haney as we know it.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
I'm with you on that one, man. I'm with you on that. And now we hit to the main event. Ryan King Rye Garcia versus Rolando Rolly Romero. And so they are fighting for WBA regular belt. Boots is the super. WBA get on my nerves. They got rid of the regular just to come back because it's Ryan Garcia and a few other people just to throw it back out there to let them fight. Yes, they are fighting for the WBA welterweight regular title.
Now, so Boots has the
super.
Okay, so it's like an interim. They done brought back the interim for
and just naming it the regular.
Oh man,
making it sound like it's something for real.
Okay, let's go on and get into it. And you get
So Ryan Garcia 24-1. His long loss coming to Tank Davis, as we all saw. He has one no contest, which we just said. The previous fight with Devin, 5'8.5", 70-inch arm reach. He weighed in at 146.8. Rolly Romero 16-2 with 2 vicious knockouts. Tank knocked him out, and Pitbull Cruz got him again. Made him look like a little child. Made him look like a little child at the zoo getting whooped. 29 years old, man, 5'8", 6-8-inch arm reach, and he weighed in at 146.6. Where you want to start with this?
Oh man, Rolly.
Awkward. That's the thing that come to mind.
Rolly. What
character? Awkward character.
Puncher's chance.
Yes.
That's all I can say about it.
He got that now.
A puncher's chance. I mean, even Ryan said when they did the face off, the face to face, that Rolly got the best of him. But he tried. I was young. I was small. He hit me hard. He was powerful.
Yeah.
But Rolly has a puncher's chance. I don't know. I think this is to set up Ryan and Devin.
Yeah, for a grudge match.
Because
they signed it too. They signed it 2 more.
Right. If they fight, it's going to be a trilogy.
Yeah.
So it's already predestined, preordained, but it could be some it might not happen. Like I said, if Rolly hits him.
Yeah, Rolly
he can. Ryan is already.
Ryan ain't got no chin now.
And the body is nothing.
Yeah.
If he goes to the body, you know what I'm saying.
But that's the thing. Will Rolly do that? Because we all know Rolly. He wild, man. He getting his head. He looking for the head shot. He's swinging from the fence. He'll come up one of them Ugas. One of them little wild Ugas throws. And then he'll try to slide a left in, but he always get countered because he leave his hands down. So that's how Tank got it.
For sure.
He gonna try to throw the wild right, and then he planning to come with a body shot, liver shot with the left. But by that time you get done swinging, your hands together.
you wide open. You wide open for that counter.
For that hook too.
That's what I'm saying.
That left Ryan Crucial boy.
But that's kind of all he has too.
Yeah.
Let's keep it. Let's keep it a buck. Let's keep it a bean. That's about all he got.
Yeah.
So it's who's gonna get hit first. Who's going to land a shot?
Yeah.
I feel like if Rolly can get to him, you know what I'm saying, and hit him, he can hurt Ryan. Ryan ain't got the strongest chin.
Yeah.
And that midsection, them ribs, is softer than butter.
Yeah.
And Rolly had a new trainer, if I'm not mistaken, for this fight.
Yeah.
So I know he's wild and, unorthodox and just all over the place. But if I was his trainer, I've been concentrating on the body.
Body work.
You know what I'm saying? Go to the head, but down to the body. Work them sides because he can't take it. And then if you look at Ryan, he looked good, but he looked bigger to me when in more shape when he fought Devin.
Yeah, Devin at 140.
Yes, and that's just my opinion. He looked more. You know what I'm saying? More.
I was gonna get to that because you know the internet talking now, man. Like how you go up a weight class and you look smaller, but everybody talking about Osterine. Take with that what you want. But like you said, he did look a little more together, little more swole.
And and he wasn't training.
Yeah.
You trained for this fight.
Yeah.
How can you be in better position? I mean, physical condition, looking outward, you know what I'm saying? In this fight, I mean, in the last fight and not this fight. Yep. When you train hard, or you know what I'm saying? You was drinking and smoking and doing everything else, and you looked in better condition than this one.
Yeah.
Now, hey, the proof's in the pudding.
Yeah.
You know, if it smell like smoke, something might be on fire. That's all I'm saying. Not to say that whatever, you know, transgressions happened before, you know, if you know anything about bodybuilding and that kind of stuff, you know, yes, you know, when you start coming off stuff, stuff starts shriveling up a little bit.
Yeah.
so I'm just saying, man, but I think it's gonna be an entertaining fight as long as it lasts. I don't think it's going no 12 round either way.
I think Rolly.
I mean, you know.
Yeah. And I think Rolly's kind of in the same position that we were talking about with Tio earlier, man. Rolly's been more focused. You know, his press conferences usually be a little wild and off the rails, and he talking and you trying to piece together and understand what he's trying to say.
Yeah.
But this one, he kind of been more relaxed, kind of been to himself. He say what he got to say, but it's like to the point,
right?
Where it ain't all that
extra.
Yeah, it ain't all that, man. I think with he's 16-2, he's still with TMT, right?
Yes, I believe so.
So we all know how they get down. You lose this one, it's over with, buddy.
Rolly got
you on Pro Box TV. No disrespect, Pro Box TV, but that's what you finna be fighting at from here on out. You lose this one.
So with that being said, who do you think has more to lose, Ryan or Rolly?
I mean,
in the big picture, it's definitely Ryan.
Yeah, it's obviously Ryan because he got the following. Even with no belts, he's selling his social media, all that stuff, man. But I honestly, I'm gonna have to say Rolly.
Yeah,
because if Rolly gets dropped from TMT, what's next for him?
I said that I asked you that question for this point because look at the last two fights Rolly's had.
Mm-hmm.
Big names, big names. Even though he ain't
look worth now.
Hello, but he still got that payday.
Yeah,
I'm saying if he loses today, like you say, he's gonna be going on the.
He'll be on YouTube.
Yes. So with that being said, as far as
he got the most to lose for sure, because Ryan can hang up boxing and his social media ain't gonna stop.
Right. I mean, Ryan can lose and he still,
he'll
come back and he can build himself back up. Right. But I don't think Rolly
don't have no chance.
If he loses, I don't think he can build himself back up to that stature.
He's gonna be with Don King promotion.
Yeah, where he can get no big paydays.
It's over with, man. It's over with. So for sure. So man, we done went over the top 3 cards, man. So now it's your time. Who you got winning all each one, man? So we got T.O. Barbosa Jr.
I'm going with T.O. I think he's.
You got a KO. They're going 12, or what we looking at?
You know what? It might be a knockout. Because the reason why I say that, Barbosa's talking a lot. He's coming like he's coming to fight. You know what I'm saying? T.O. is focused.
Yeah.
He's coming to fight, but you know what I'm saying? They both doing a lot of jargon. So I don't think it's gonna be a sparring match where they stick it and moving. No, it's gonna be a fight. I don't think it's going 12 and it's gonna be a KO. Man.
I got a 10th round stoppage with T.O. getting his hand raised, keeping the strap. That's what I got. I got a 10th round stop. I think the first 2 rounds, just because of the way both of them kind of talking, you know how I go. They fill out period, man. Sure. And then it'll really get live around 5 and 6. And I think that pressure and T.O.'s style is gonna Barbosa head gonna be swimming. It's just like, well, what he
watch the talking. Watch the talking in the ring. They gonna be like, chattering at each other.
It's gonna be like Chris Tucker Rush Hour. Which one of y'all hit me? That's how Barbosa head gonna be. By round 7, 8.
It's gonna be bobblehead,
huh? I think it's gonna be. I got a 10th round stoppage, man. I got T.O. winning that one, man. Now. The one I'm really interested in hearing your take on who you got winning this, man. Devin and Ramirez.
Wow, man. That's the wild card.
I know
it's more wild. It's a bigger wild card than Garcia.
That one is the one that got the chance to be the show, the fight of the card.
Mm-hmm.
Just because of the implications of a loss for Devin.
Mm-hmm.
And a lot of people in this boxing world can't stand Devin because of his dad, and they want to see it happen.
For sure. Man. Oh, man, I don't know. I think it's going. I don't believe it's going to be a knockout.
No, not at all.
It's going to be. It's not going to be a unanimous. I'm going to say it's going to be a split decision. That's my opinion. It's not going to be a unanimous. It's going to be a split decision. Now, I could be wrong, and Devin can do everything I said earlier, meaning come out there and show and prove, except trying to be a fighter that he's not. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And, or he, Sugar Shane Mosley could have enhanced his ability, but to me, he's still not a knockout artist, and I don't see that. But he can go out there and beat him down so bad that the guy don't want to fight no more. So, but in my opinion, I think it's going to go to a split decision. That's just my take.
Yeah.
But I'd like to see Devin come back. You know what I'm saying? I like Ramirez. You know what I'm saying? He's been fighting a long time. He's a good, clean, humble fighter. You know what I'm saying? And even if he does lose, you know what I'm saying? I think fighting Devin is going to propel him because he's going to have some bigger fights after this, irregardless. I do believe.
So earlier today, man, I went back and I watched Josh Taylor Ramirez fight. I know that was a couple of years ago.
Mm-hmm.
But the biggest thing I noticed with Josh Taylor and Devin Haney is that footwork is pretty similar.
Okay.
And the footwork that Josh Taylor put on Ramirez really kind of gave him problems. And Josh Taylor dominated that fight to become undisputed.
Mm-hmm.
Remember that?
Yes.
So to me, I'm thinking Devin's going to have to be himself and use them angles, use your feet, work them angles. You're going to have to pivot. You're going to have to step around. You're going to have to do all that good stuff to keep Ramirez off of them. Mm-hmm. Like we've stated multiple times, and I hope y'all understand what we're trying to say. So when you go back and watch the fight, they tried to tell us Ramirez was going to bring the pressure, because if you know Robert Garcia, he is a trainer of champions, and the Mexican style that they work on is pressure for 36 minutes.
Exactly.
So, and I think Devin's going to have to use that athleticism. He's going to have to, no disrespect to his daddy, I don't want nobody taking this the wrong way, but if I'm Devin, going off performance I just had, knowing my daddy didn't give me the instructions I had, if I have a former champion in Sugar Shane in my corner, I really got to have a conversation with Pops. Like, I got to listen to this dude more than you.
Yeah.
Because in tough moments, in the heat of battle, the only thing you had to say to me was, you got to get him out of there.
Yeah.
And cussing. What is that? That's not
coaching. No direction, no guidance, no game plan.
Because your Pops talking crazy after the Loma victory, but he almost got you a L.
Yeah.
You almost lost all the belts right there because your daddy had no idea how to keep Loma off of.
Right. You got to have a plan B. He didn't have a plan B.
Not at all.
So
not at all.
If he's in the corner, hey, listen to him too.
He got. I think Bill, but we all know Bill ain't gonna do that. But I think Bill gonna have to be the second voice in this. And I'm with you on the split decision. I'm with you on the split decision, because I think Ramirez is gonna do enough activity wise to sway a judge, at least one.
That's just my take, man. I can't see Devin knocking him out. I can't. I just can't.
I would never, until Devin see me a couple knockouts in a row, I would never believe Devin knock somebody out.
He's never been much love, you know what I'm saying, to the great Sugar Shane Mosley. You know what I'm saying? But you can't, this ain't Crunk Jim, and you're not turning him into all of a sudden this puncher. Yep. You know what I'm saying? Off the rip. I can't see it, man.
Yep. And then we got the main event, Mr. Ryan Garcia and Rolly Romero.
Oh
my take quick on this one, man. I think Rolly gets slept in the fourth.
I don't think it goes by 6.
Yeah, I got Rolly getting caught with a hook in the head, spinning circles, looking like Martin and Tommy Hitman Hearns.
All swole up. And like I said, man, to me it's who hits who first. Both of them. Rolly has a puncher's chance. Ryan has one punch. We all know it's the hook. Who's gonna land first? Who's gonna land first? And that's it.
For sure, man.
That's it.
For sure, man. Well, man, we appreciate y'all joining us on our takes for the night, man. We'll try to come back on here hopefully sometime this weekend, man,
get a
recap in, man, so we can talk about what we were wrong. We can talk about what we told y'all.
For sure.
You know what I'm saying? So,
and even talk about the Canelo Skull fight.
Yes, sir. We got a couple, and then we got to show the San Antonio boy some love. He fighting Sunday. Sunday night because they in Vegas. Yep. He fighting Sunday night. He fighting the monster anyway.
Oh yes.
So we'll try to get back on here again, man. And tap base with y'all, man. But before we go, man. Big Unc, man, you in the Cane Corso business, man. You want to shout out your IG and tell everybody what you got going on?
Oh, yeah, definitely. I don't know if y'all can see it right here, but it says PTK Primetime Cane Corsos. That's my Instagram, and that's Primetime PRIMETYME Cane Corso or Cane Corso, all one word. Check me out, man. If you're interested in a true guard dog, and my nephew can tell you he has one. Come DM me and we can talk. But thank you. I appreciate you having me on the podcast, nephew.
Yes, sir.
Definitely come back and
you
know how we talk.
Yes, sir.
We love boxing.
Yes, sir. You know, we talk offline and all that stuff, man. But as y'all can see, man, follow the socials, man. We love to hear your input, man. The only way you can watch this video is on YouTube. So if you are watching this video on YouTube and you have not subscribed, please hit that subscribe.
Hit that like button,
comment, leave us comments, man. We interact with you, man. If you got a couple questions, we'll tap in on an episode, man, to answer those questions, man. But before we get out of here, one more time, man, I want you to go to drinkdto.com. Get you some of that good, healthy water. They have water. They have detox water. They got carbonated energy water for you, man. So we can start putting some of these unhealthy drinks down and get something that's going to give you more life, man. So go to drinkdto.com, and that promo code is going to be RP Podcast 15. It'll get you 15% off your first purchase. Well, again, we appreciate them for joining the RP Podcast team, man. And as always, man, be relentless in everything you do. Walk in purpose.
Peace.